Whenever you come up with a startup idea, how do you know that it is a good idea? Is there a way we can measure some things so that the idea at the worst case doesn't fail? Welcome back guys. In this video we will be discussing about Delta 4 theory which was proposed by Kunal Shah. I am going to extend this theory and explain how to get full advantage of the Delta 4 idea. Kunal Shah is the ex-founder of Recharge and currently the founder of Grid. Whenever you build a product, you are not solving the problem. You are solving the inefficiency in the system. You are making the product more efficient from the less efficient. Let's take an example. I hope everybody remembers about messaging app where we used to spend 1 rupees to send message from Vodafone to Vodafone and 2 or 3 rupees to send the message from Vodafone to Airtel. That was an inefficient system. This less efficient product was made more efficient by introduction of WhatsApp. Remember, today WhatsApp is more efficient. That doesn't mean it is the most efficient product ever created. This people interaction app can be made even more efficient in the future by introducing something new that has not been created yet. This is what Delta 4 theory explains. Delta 4 idea has 3 most important traits. The system that has become more efficient is irreversible. How many of you went back to use messaging app after using WhatsApp? How many of you went back to physical bookstore after buying Steve Jobs' biography from Amazon? How many of you went back to physical store to recharge your mobile after doing it on Paytm or Google Pay? Well, let me also say what's going to happen in the future. You won't step your feet in banks 4 to 5 years forthcoming due to introduction of something known as neo-banking. I will make a separate video on this topic. There can be a ton of examples like this. The product experience is so good that you forget what you had used before. The system that has become more efficient has UBP over USP. Let me briefly explain what is USP. USP stands for Unique Selling Proposition. USP of a particular company answers 2 questions. What is the one thing that your brand is known for? Why should I buy the product from you and not from your competitor? It is the reason why you actually buy a product from a particular brand. Apple sells the status. DMart sells the discounts. Coming back to Delta 4 theory, Kunal Shah says UBP over USP. UBP means Unique Brag-Worthy Proposition. UBP is one of the reasons you don't need to market initially if you have a Delta 4 product. What is that one feature in your product your customers are bragging about? Everybody bragged about Jio when it started giving free unlimited 4G data in 2016. Everyone bragged Paytm Karo when there was a demonetization because there was shortage of notes, and it became a tagline and we remember today even after 4 years. The system that has become more efficient has high tolerance. How many of you switched to Telegram after knowing that WhatsApp is stealing your data and has privacy problems? How many of you went back to Cyber Center to book your bus ticket after having one failed transaction on IRCTC or Paytm or Amazon Pay? How many of you went back to Android after knowing that you need to pay extra money for charger with an iPhone? There is a high tolerance created over there. If your product has these 3 traits, it's probably a very good idea. Now this is what theory and Kunal Shah explains. Let me extend this theory by explaining 2 more factors: monopoly and profitability. For example, Facebook is a monopoly in the social media. Now to not be regulated by the government, they say that they are not a monopoly. That is another story. They have all traits of a Delta 4 product. But if you are in a competition like Flipkart and Amazon or Uber and Ola, they are Delta 4 products. But since there is no monopoly in the market, you need to fight for market share by providing cashbacks and rewards. This fight for cashback continues until one acquires the other. The problem here is you need to price your products according to the competition. For example, I am going to buy Elon Musk's biography from Flipkart because I get to buy the product almost 200 rupees cheaper than that of an Amazon, even if I am a regular Amazon user. This can be clearly seen in telecom sector. Jio and Airtel are fighting for market share. Due to this, their ARPU has gone down or remained constant over last couple of years. If this fight for market share and pricing according to your competition continue for consecutive amount of years, company can get into serious amount of trouble for not having profits with good margin, and under circumstances like COVID, it can go extreme into bankruptcy or a forced acquisition. Companies like Oyo, Zomato and Swiggy were able to survive this pandemic because of constant funding, as restaurants and hotels were completely closed for almost 6 to 8 months. The other problem with competition is that you spend disproportionately on marketing rather than improving the product experience. Example, Zomato could have spent extra time and money to review and remove the bad restaurants rather than spending too much on marketing. This is the first problem you need to encounter. Create a monopoly. Let me explain why is it important. Now the other factor is profitability. The fundamental principle of any business is making profits. Profit margins depends on the sector of your startup. If the profit margins are low and you have a competition, you are in deep trouble. For example, Paytm has extremely low margins of profits and they usually disappear in the form of cashbacks. They are forced to expand themselves in other sectors to report profitability because the company is going public. Paytm is doing all sorts of things like insurance, mutual funds, stocks, giving loans and functioning like a bank. They are also in e-commerce sector with Paytm Mall competing with Amazon and Flipkart. It's still not profitable. Same is happening with Swiggy and Zomato. The other example could be Amazon took almost 10 years to start earning its profits because they were competing with eBay. Their profits started to widen up when they expanded themselves into cloud computing industry through Amazon Web Services and Amazon Prime. Flipkart is still not profitable. So if you have a Delta 4 product and if you have a competition, it may almost take a decade to report your first profit depending on the sector. It's important to spend some time on finding a good idea rather than gambling with it. This framework can really help you find that idea. So that's what I could add from my side. If possible, I can go even further explaining what is the role of investors here, because they are not fools to dump billions of dollars betting with a company in my other videos. Do comment about that. I will give the link in the description box for the complete video which was explained by Kunal Shah. Do check out. For more case studies and for the next video of how Delta 4 theory applies to bootstrapped startup, subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching the video and I will meet you in the next one.